Over the last few years... Sorry. Where's my music? Do a ping, and then we're ready to go. What's up, Pokeroo? What's up, Professor Beatus? How's everybody doing? What's up, Kieran TV? How you doing? Oh, my thing is tangled. What's up, Leal? How you doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? So, good morning. You may be saying, Blisy, this is not Fire Red. I thought you were doing TGTV RNG. And I would say, well, you know what? Shut up. You're right. So, what I wanted to do was showcase the project I've been working on. I was on vacation all last week. If you couldn't, I have a burned forehead. And while I had downtime there, I was working on a project and I wanted to show it off before I made a video about it. And I wanted to know, I wanted to let people know that channel members, I'm going to upload it for them today, not the video, the project, for them to be able to beta test it. So I'm going to give them about a week above people just to showcase what's going on. But you may be familiar with a few months ago, I made an initial seed patch for Emerald version. So this person, I have an initial seed of 6, right? Save the game. Every soft reset, the seed's going to go up by 1. It really sucks the battery message is always there. For me, anyway. So this should be 7. Yeah, and so that'll go up every single time. You don't have to save every time, it'll just go up every time. And that's so you could shiny hunt, soft reset, something like this, Totodile here, which is what I want to do with it. However, there was a bug where the game couldn't save in areas with no music, so I spent a bunch of time fixing it over my vacation. In addition to fixing the bug with the save, so now you can save in a quiet area and shiny hunt Deoxys. You could do some other cool things now. So I've added several features. Here we go. So let's showcase them. So the first of which I'm the most proud of is if you go into the Pokemon summary, we take a look. Oh, look at this is my Zapdos. This is my Metagross. What if I wanted to know the IVs of a Pokemon that I caught? Well, now if you just hit select an R and then view the summaries, you get all of their IVs. So this is Zapdos's IVs, this is Metagross's IVs, and this is Rayquaza's IVs, who you can see I did not RNG manipulate. Well, IVs are cool, but what about EVs? I want to know how I trained my Pokemon. Hit start and select, and you can see the EVs that you trained. This is on my DS, you can see it right here. I'm literally playing it on my DS. This is on a real cartridge. It's all plugged in, but because I have the capture card, it needs to charge. It has this. And the stats always go back to normal on the overworld. Now, there's 2 more features. Again, so these are IV and EV checkers, and it does your whole party at once. So I could go get more Pokemon from the PC. So let's go get some more guys, right? This is a Blisy. For Alligator, and this is a channel Jirachi. So, does it show PID? I could make something that shows PID probably, but no, it doesn't. So yeah, IVs for all the Pokemon if you hit select and R. Shows all their IVs. And then select and start will make you see their EVs. So you can see it's really cool because you can tell which Pokemon are EV trained because they're so specific. So I always think that's cool. It's from Coliseum. You can see obtained in a trade. I got this in Coliseum. So, it's not just Seed Fix and IV Checker. No, there's more. Oh man, I love streaming. But if I want to play my own music, the game music's there, and then I can't hear sound effects if I mute them, right? There's no... So I mute the game and I can have the audio, but I like Pokemon cries and stuff. So now, if you just hit the R button, the game's audio is muted, but there's still sound effects. And so you can play your own music. It's just a press of the R button in the overworld. Yes, I use the Nintendo e-reader. I use the Nintendo e-reader, not a car e-reader. And so you'll see I can't mute the music at the overworld, and it'll play like one note right here. You see? But otherwise it works. And I might work on that and improve it. And now there's one more feature that's important. Exploring this is a GBA capture, this is a DS capture card. I'm right here. You see me. So one more thing sucks is wild encounters. Well, if you simply hold right and hit R, you heard the button. I'll do it again. Right? You can turn wild encounters off, so you can run from one area to another without worrying about any wild encounters. So in the overworld, if you hit that, there will be no wild encounters. And again, this also persists across a save. So you can save the game and reset, and it will hold, and you have an infinite repel. All right, I hit right and R. Battles will come back. Oh, what's up, LRXC? Yeah, before I did this stream, I just wanted to showcase all the patch that I was making. So, to recap, what are the things that I've got going on? I accidentally turned on my infinite repel. So I've got 5 features coming into this, right? Infinite repel. It's off right now. I forgot. Let's turn that off. So if you hit R and right, repel on. Music, you can turn it on or off whenever you want. Oh, game music. It'll persist across areas. It'll persist across saves. Turn the music off. Then the last two things, then the seed fix, of course. And then you could check EVs and IVs. So you could check IVs by hitting select and R. So we got IVs here for your whole party. And EVs are start and select. Yeah, this is going to be a new e-reader event that I'm releasing next week with a video sometime. But I'm going to be giving it to channel members today after I finish streaming to beta test. Because I can only test so much, and literally immediately upon releasing the first initial seed fix, I got multiple bugs from people who were like, I can't save with Deoxys, which is of course something everybody wants to shiny hunt in Emerald version, right? But I didn't check there. So I want to make sure it has a little bit of testing. Can you select the specific seed you want? No, you cannot. The seed is every saw reset. You can turn the seeding off by hitting up and R in the overworld, and then when you save the game, it'll go back to Emerald's default seed 0, while also letting you access all the other features like music off and stuff like that. Add if a nature increases, oh, like the red tint. I don't know if I can do it. But yeah, it all persists across the save, which is the coolest part for me. And yeah, and that's what that's just, I wanted to showcase that. This message comes up. I actually don't know why, because it doesn't do anything. You can see it's not. So I don't know why that's happening, but I'm going to work on that before. I have an idea of what's going on, so it'll be fixed before the main release. But yeah, that's what I wanted to showcase. Before I actually did the RNG. So I'm most proud of the IV and the EV stuff because I think that those are just like, that's something that everybody wants, right? Like everybody wants to be able to see these stats. And so here you got it in Emerald now. This is like something a bunch of ROM hacks do. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Do you know how seed painting works with current? Seed painting works totally just fine. Seed painting works just fine. So I'll probably leave the initial seed on forever. Like I'll never turn that off, and then yeah. And now we can actually start the RNG minute. Oh yes. I'm actually thinking I have one more idea that I want to do. Someone left. I don't know if I know how to do it, but I have the idea to make it so that you can run in buildings. I think I can do it, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit of investigation. So I can't guarantee it's gonna be included in the release of the thing, but I might do it later on, depending on how it's received. Does this one have the... Oh boy, this one doesn't have the guy. Oh, it does have the guy. This is the glitch Pokemon, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so I now am gonna do this Lugia RNG minute, which I need to change the trainer ID. And Sue, my PID... Where's the PID for the Lugia that I'm going for? Am I literally just going for this one? I think I am, right? Yeah, okay. So let's go to Ace Web. What a great way in representing... Oh yeah, the names. Yeah, it's the arbitrary code execution. So I just want to change my trainer ID and my secret ID. Wait, is move Ace or... I always mix up... Okay, yeah, we're doing this one. So, let me open Pokefinder and get a trainer ID and secret ID out here. Okay, cool. So we need to change our trainer ID to 623 and our secret ID... Actually, what is my trainer ID currently? What's up, Thrux? How you doing? Okay, I'm gonna change it to 524 then, so that I know that the code actually worked. So TID is gonna be 524. Secret ID is gonna be this. Alright. Sometimes I change only the secret ID, but I like to change this just because it like is a good way for me to know. What the heck's going on here? Hello, mouse? Okay, I lost my mouse. I found it again. The only reason it was anything different was because I just want to know that the code executed and that I typed it correctly. WRU lowercase. And so right now I'm just typing in an arbitrary code into the PC boxes so that I can change my trainer ID and my secret ID. So that way that I can make the Lugia shiny. It'll be shiny upon capture. We're going to be doing a TGTV RNG manip, which is triple frame perfect. Do the Pokemon in the box also affect Ace, or just after a certain point LRXC, Pokemon in the box can affect Ace? So the way Ace actually typically works is the box names are actually the last thing stored about the boxes. And so an ace entry point typically finds a spot somewhere in the boxes, and what you want to do is at that point or after, you want there to be no Pokemon so that the data is all zeros, and then it eventually gets to where the box names are, which you can control. That's why there are like these things called bootstraps and stuff sometimes. If you do an ace setup for Emerald or for the earlier Fire Red, sometimes you can actually see it here. I did RM. You actually see it here. These Umbreons, these were ace bootstraps. And these bad eggs are also ace bootstraps. And they are Pokemon that have specific code in them to make stuff work properly. In addition to the box names. And so in Emerald, I think it's like box 12 slot, I don't know, like it's something it's somewhere in box 11 or 12, I think, and it's called the ace environment. And so you either leave them entirely empty, or you put specifically manipulated Pokemon in there that are called bootstraps that can do a bunch of weird shit. In fact, my codes that I just showed you there, where you could hit the R button to get specific, effects, like turn the music on and off, or to turn on the infinite repel, stuff like that, right? Those actually use a form of arbitrary code execution. They use a form of arbitrary code execution called the glitched object event. So what I'm doing is, when you save the game, or when you save the game with my patch enabled, I change the player's movement type, because this is probably the same, but whatever, I'm not going to change it. So, 1, 2, 3, the player is actually just an NPC character with a movement type that is defined as movement type player, which means, your inputs control what they do, right? And there's a glitch movement type called 6E. Movement type 6E actually, this is all done probably. We're gonna save it. Movement type 6E actually points into the box names. So it tries to run code every frame, because every frame you can control the player. So it tries to run some code every frame, and it points miraculously in both Emerald, in all of the Gen 3 games, the glitch movement type points into the PC boxes somehow. It's in Fire Red as well. Points into the PC boxes, and you can, you could either, have the PC boxes be empty after that point, or what I do is I put a bunch of bad eggs into your PC that then get run as code, and then I delete the bad eggs and I put the Pokemon that used to be there. It's in box 13 somewhere, I think. Okay. I think it's pick up non-glitch Pokemon. And so I'm like secretly running Ace. 524. There we go. So it's time to do Lugia. Yeah, you can even do stuff. Oh, I gotta put this Grimer in the piece. So like you can do stuff. That's how they set up. If you ever read the Emerald Ace guide, it's called Ace 3 on eShark's website. If you ever read it, he starts setting up something called persistence. Wait, this is a perfect Pokemon. I should go down here with all the other idiots. So by the way, Method 4 Togepi, Dubbins. So, oh my god, Lord. The way they use persistence is actually using the glitch object event type. I'm just doing it in a way where the player will never know. The player will never ever know that there's bad eggs in their PC. I'm literally going, like, when you save the game, I literally go into box 13 slots, or I think it's box 12 slots, like 12 through 18. I copy all your Pokemon, remove them from the boxes, put them somewhere else that's safe. Then I put a bunch of bad eggs there that contain just code. Then when you reload the game, that code gets run. I put all your Pokemon back, and you're none the wiser, and all the features are enabled, and the seeding is there, and stuff like that. Oh, Semolina, chill. Wait, is this Ho-Oh? What the? Why are you here? I thought I took Lugia's path. Oh, I'm gonna die. Let me out. I thought Lugia was the left path. Well, I'm just gonna reset because that took too long. Yeah, I thought the left path was bottom. You need to get out of here. These are all competitive Pokemon. I have to EV train and I haven't moved. I'm the most excited for the IV checker and stuff for Emerald version, for my Emerald patch, because that's going to be actually, like, I think pretty cool to do RNG manips with. Where I'll be able to do RNG manips and just get, I mean, the tools nowadays that, like, Lincoln and Fish have worked on, are so good that you don't really super duper need an IV checker. Like beforehand, like with RNG Reporter, we used to have to like use a separate IV calc. Now they're just built into the tool itself, stuff like that. So it's not as useful. The EV checker is going to be pretty useful for whenever I do a battle or like, you know, plan teams, like with the Frontier, stuff like that. Like as long as you're not doing the one of the randomized facilities. What? Dude, why is it so many more to go to Lugia than it is to go to Ho-Oh? Holy moly, okay. I forget if it's a step up or I talk to it. Random RNG quirk I learned a year ago you might find interesting. Did you know that the Battle Tent facilities don't move because they have... Oh, yes. That's interesting. Okay, I can just talk to it. Huh, that is weird. I mean, Link battles are also like that, you know? Because you can record them. But they're only like that in Emerald or whatever. In Emerald versus Emerald. Okay, we need to know my settings. We're gonna go here. So, I believe I'm doing... this one. Mono, L equal A, startup select. Okay, cool. No, I was saying the Link battles are just like that as well. Okay. Because, I mean, I think everybody knew that because there was, like, controversy about it. Okay, so... we need to now set up Eon Timer. Now, I haven't done Eon Timer TCTV RNG in a really long time, so... Bink, bonk. Bink, bonk. Okay, so Lincoln's tool now has this built in. So let's see. Final A press is going to be... Alright, so we're going to need two thingies. One is going to be advances, and that's going to be this. The other one is going to be the seed time. Lincoln, can you make the seed time here also not select the MS? Thank you. Thank you, Lincoln. And then TGTV advances is 1,000. Alright, we're doing a triple frame perfect moment. So I have to do select. What makes this triple frame perfect? You have to close. So there's 3 targets that you got to go for. It's hitting the initial seed. I just should put on my regular. Wait. So it's hitting the initial seed, which will happen at the title screen. That is 1/60th of a second timing, give or take. Oh, this is not going to be good. We've got an error. Stop. Can I make this less? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. That was... I forgot how Eon Timer works, bro, because I don't use it for... Whoa, it got big. I don't use it for TGTV. This shows 2 separate timers, so I forgot. So basically, it's when you hit A at the title screen, you'll get a specific time, and after that, you have to close the TGTV at a specific time. Opening the TGTV causes the RNG to advance 313 times its usual speed, and because it's like a different timing than the main RNG, you have to close it at a specific time, and then the last thing you have to do is encounter your Pokemon at the correct time. Yeah. Well, more precisely, it adds 312 additional RNG calls every frame. I think it's to randomize the background of the TGTV. It's very strange. 6. So we're gonna go here. All right, we're gonna go into my bag, go to the TGTV, hit start. So you can see the little static in the background. I think it's doing that. It's shuffling all those static tiles around really fast. So when I close this, that's a frame perfect input. Oh, I forget when you press A on Lugia. Fuck. I hope it's just Lugia. Okay, good. Lugia is going to have a big-ass delay. You can find your PID of a Pokemon by just calculating its IVs. That's it. There's a tool in Pokefinder called, like, IVs to PID, I think. It only works for Gen 3 and 4. Because the IVs and PIDs no longer correlate to each other after that, for the most part. They can in certain circumstances, blah, 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 blah. Alright. So, I don't know if this is gonna give me an accurate result. I don't know... Well, maybe. Maybe. Right. So, we're going for Lugia. What's your nature? So, this is a really cool... Lincoln's made a very nice tool here. Nature modest. This is like by far the best of any of these tools I think that anyone has made. I have no results. So the question becomes, is Lugia's delay just that big? Oops, ignore that. Do I have the right seed pasted over into calibration? 910C. Do you think I should just up these then, Lincoln? Alright, try that. Let's shrink this down to 1,000 and go to 1,100. See if that does anything for us. Let's go to like... Oh, hey now, 25. Let's go to 3,000. Okay. We're gonna do 500, 1,500, see what's going on. Brother. I mean, plus minus 20 is a lot of seeds. Hey, stop it. Stop misbehaving. This might take a second. I have found nothing. I could have hit a seed that doesn't exist, potentially. Did I type the stats wrong? Modest. 230, 125, 201, 166, 239, 166. Nope. Lugia does look weird. Oh, wait. What's the frame rate on this bad boy? Okay. I did have the frame rate set wrong in Eon Timer. Wait, why does it say Deoxys? What? Huh? That's weird. Does it switch back when I go to the other tab? Is that what's happening? It is. It's so weird. What the... It just keeps switching back, Lincoln, whenever I go back to... when I leave the tabs. Very weird. It's like also very curly. Like the sprite's weirdly curled up into a ball. Alright, I'm gonna start playing music now. We're gonna be chilling. I think it's because they wanted to make Lugia seem huge, but like they couldn't fit it all in the sprite. You know what I mean? I might try this. If I get no result again, I might try this with... Oh, but the thing is, the TGTV mode has the calibration. Wait, its button is start? Wait, hold on. Pew! Hold on. Did I flatline here? This says held but it has the wrong setting for some reason. Startup select A button A. What? We're just gonna click. Wait. I seem to have stroked out. Give me a moment. Oh, no. Okay. Kind of like none. Do we have to go on a Jimothy Cool's podcast again to get a to do a sprite review with him? Let's see, Lugia sprites. I like the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum Lugia sprite, I would say. I think I like the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum one the most. All right. Now let's see where we're going. Let's see. Maybe we'll have it more correct here. Lugia, you are calm. All right, let's try this time. We found nothing. That's fine. The range should be big. Lincoln said. Really? I'm on Nintendo DS. With holding startup select. L equal A, button A. Bro. We're gonna nuke this until we find what we hit. The Lugia doesn't exist. Nothing? Okay, hold on. What's happening here? Maybe Lugia doesn't like me. I can't even find it. We're on mono, L equal A. I typed the HP wrong? I believe that. I did type it wrong. Good call. Good call. Ho-Oh is a lot better than it used to be. Ho-Oh is like a very good Pokemon these days. Okay, well, that still didn't matter. I could have been farther away on the seed. First of all, Ho-Oh is good in Gen 3. Well, I don't know how good it is, but it doesn't have Stealth Rock problem in Gen 3, basically. Its defensive nature, its defensive in general, it's good. Dude, Gen 3 Ubers, I remember I played it when I was on the ladder for no bottle caps. That shit was crazy. It felt like the most unhinged metagame ever. Alright. Final press, 2799. Teachy TV. Are we on DS? We are. So this is what I'm doing, and this is everything that I did. You can RNG the Colo one. It's a kind of a pain in the ass, but it's totally doable. I mean, I'm gonna click it again. Well, what we can do is we can bust out Gen 3 Seed Assistant. Find out where I hit. This will just search every seed iteratively. It could also just be not, I could also be hitting a seed that's not existent. It's totally possible. What's my target frame here? Oh, did it just die? I can't even pick Lugia anymore. What just happened? I somehow nuked this. What? Wait, what? Two. 245, 136, 194, 145, 259, 172. What the heck is happening? Yeah, content's my full-time job, yeah. Let's see. Come on, give me a result, baby. I can't find anything, though. This is unfortunate. I'm waiting on Seed Assistant right now. It's the old Seed Assistant, though. Gotta switch to the other one. Because it looks like my target is... This is my target advance. Right, it's 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Give me a second. I have to get the other Seed Assistant. If this doesn't give me a result quickly. Or in soon. Okay, I have some options. Finally. Are any of them nearby my target seed? Let's see. Seed plus minus 20. We're gonna go to new text document really quick. So we are looking for 5, 6DA5 716 9B 98B BC7 BC87. Huh? Are none of these possible? Wait. Do I have a blackout seed? I might have to consult the seed list. Because there might be literally a blacked out seed here. Or something is very fun. That's that 2 times in a row if there's a blacked out seed somewhere. Okay. Gen. Yeah, I fixed it. Wow, I'm getting horsed. Okay, what's my target seed? 910C English. Oh, is this a, because this is a select button, so it probably doesn't even exist on the seed sheet. What does select do? Is it -1? Why when I click this drop down is it way different timings? Yeah, we're gonna get there. We'll get a second. We're looking for 4, 5. Alright, I found where it is. There's no blackout seeds nearby. It doesn't seem to be. Oh, I see, Lincoln. Okay, well, we'll do one more run and then try and figure out what's going on. But otherwise, we might be cooked. There might be a cooking happening here. Let me just reset this from the beginning. I'm gonna go with, in fact, let's go here. Buy red English. Events. Hello. What? Hello? That was weird. Okay, we're in the searcher. We're looking for bold. Submit. So then we're gonna go with this bad boy. Initial seed. We're doing on a DS. TV mode. 1500. Submit. Going with this one. Alright, let's examine. Let's try and figure out what the heck's going on. Hold button. I'm holding select. Startup select. Wait, is startup select different than just select? No, it's not. It's select, yeah. Man, it's so hot. It's been so hot. Yeah, I will try and do a calibration run without any TGTV at all to see if I'm like really far off on my seed or something. Hello, Princess Semolina. She's coming. She unplugged my keyboard. She's here. My keyboard is fully unplugged, Semolina. Thank you for that. It's the PID of it, so I know what it is. All right, let's check. Let's go com 70. Oh, we found nothing. So let's go to Don't bite me. We're gonna do a big search like this, and then if this doesn't work, we're gonna try something else. Like maybe I'm way off on my seed. This might take a while. I can wait though. We got nothing. Okay, so let's undo TGTV mode. We know our advance is this. So let's literally go. Oh, oops. So let's make this like 30, and then like this like 39 or something. No, nothing. What the? You're gonna fall, Semolina. What's up, Timocracy? How you doing? Okay, something is going horribly wrong. I now need to just try and hit a seed. So, we're going 0 to 15,000, and we're just gonna go for... Yes, I know, I love you too. We're just gonna go for... Oh, nice, Democracy. I worked very hard on that. I must be doing something wrong, or there's something wrong with the settings or something. I'm not catching it, and I don't know why. Mono L equal A. And this was one of the... Semolina, no! She's... Oh. So this isn't even a TV attempt. This is just... a seed attempt. See if I can find a seed. You're gonna fall again, Semolina. My kitten's trying to sit in my lap, but she just keeps falling. Like a little goober. Okay. What do we got here? Alright. 249. 152. Stop playing with my headphones. Nothing? Is my settings wrong? Mono L equal A. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm hitting the A button. What? It should not be possible to be missing a seed. Hold on. Semolina, stop. I am getting forked, but I don't know why. Let's try the other tool. Let's try the original G3 calibration. I don't know why it would be any different. I don't know if this will even work. Doing it like this. Only will. We need to go 10 lines. Stop. Okay. You're going. I'm kicking you. I'm kicking you out. I am doing A. This is the one I'm doing. Oh, I forgot the... Oh, did I type this Lugia stats in wrong? What? Oh, nature's wrong. The advances is also very... No! I'm mad. Should be like... I am fully goobed. I don't know what has happened. How can I not... Okay, we're gonna try... It's Rash. We're trying Gen 3 Seed Assistant. Okay, it says I hit seed 9 FB0 in Gen 3 Seed Assistant. I only have one result. Alright, 9FB1 is what we'd be looking for, right? Okay. There's one 9FB1 seed on, which would become 9FB0 on Startup Select, but it's on a different settings group. It would be on... It would be technically a few seeds late if there's an error in the bot somehow. Well, here, let's assume I was like 3 seeds. Hold on. Okay. Let's try this for a second. Humor me here. Plug my stream. Sorry, guys. Dude, I'm not plugging my stream because I'm doing everything bad. I don't know why Nightbot isn't here. Maybe I'm not clouded enough for Nightbot anymore, but yes, I am trying to do a little smidge of fundraising for a switch2 so that when I make a world championship team... Oh, I didn't hold the button. So that when I make a world championship team this year, I can compare the speed of the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. If you're interested in that, you could, you know, become a channel member or donate directly to me here. We're about halfway there, actually. So if you're enjoying me gorbing around, goobing around, then please consider donating. And if you don't, just hit like on the stream. We only have 40 likes, but we have 105 viewers, so if you're having a good time, please hit the like button. I think on the seed spreadsheet, we're missing... I think I... Alright, let's see. You don't need your DS's serial number to do Gen 4 RNG manips, what? Huh? This, I don't know where you heard that, but you do not need your serial number to do Gen 4 RNG manips are very, very easy to get into. what is happening, bro? Oh, this is the wrong nature. This is a... No, I do that with each RNG minute. I'll calibrate my reaction time, but something is going wrong with the tool chain here. I don't think it's Lincoln's tool. I think it's likely that we would be looking at... I got 4 results. It's probably this one with seed 955. This is crazy. It looks like I hit seed 955. So you'd presume there'd be 956. I don't know if that seed exists. Button L? Maybe is my L button broken? That is my settings. I'm not holding L, I'm holding A, not L. That thing that you found, Lincoln, is... Yeah, my thing's not working. My Nightbot. I don't know why. Whoop! I just pasted the IV's stats in. There's the switch2 link. Just a donation link if you're interested. I'm trying to get a switch2 so I can make a world championship team twice. The idea is to make the world championship team twice. One on the Switch, one on the Switch 2, so that I can make a really good video comparing how much better it is to do a team on the Switch 2 with the Scarlet Violet patch. You can contribute if you want, but you don't have to. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do any RNG manips, though, if my L button was just, like, repeatedly being pressed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would literally be impossible for me to do any RNGs. Is there another thing? Can I just go for a different seed? Let's just try something else. 2 minutes of the TGTV is crazy. Oh, that's like updates on the live. Let's just go for a different seed. Maybe I'm just cursed. Oh, I don't want to do startup A. I don't super want to do button L, but I'll do it if I have to. Do I have a donation? Wait, do I have what? It's just July, the end of the month, basically. I'm gonna just do it the whole month, is my idea. I don't keep track of my weight. I've been trying to eat better, but I don't know for sure that I've lost weight, basically. We're going for this one. So let's try a new attempt here. With new timers and new everything. That's in the TV. Whew. My chef, I used to be. That's what I went to school for. I went to school for baking and pastry. VidFrog here, watching a bunch of my vids. Thanks, PKO, appreciate it. What's up, I'm Solone, how you doing? I'm gonna turn the music off. Trying to hit the button. My signature dish? My favorite... L button seems perfectly functional. My favorite thing to make is chocolate chip cookies. That's a dessert. Making carbonara now. What do I do with leftover fat? I will say I'm vegetarian. My wife isn't, though. If I have leftover bacon fat, I tend to cook eggs in it. It's like a good thing to cook breakfast foods in. Like, I'll cook her eggs in bacon grease. Oh, I have results. Okay, let's shrink the seed list, because I don't know that I'm that far off. Is that last seed just cursed? I don't know. Did I become vegetarian, or was I always vegetarian? I became vegetarian 9 years ago. Okay, there's too many results here. So let's up this. Let's do like... There's still a lot of results. I could level this thing up. Wait, are these all repeat results? Because my TV frame is so wide, I see. If I was like a million TVs early... Okay, I see what's going on here. So let's do... Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, it could have been either of these. Well, we know the seed was early. I was 100 milliseconds early on the seed. We know that's the truth. Update that. Okay. I don't remember what I aimed for here. What's the, L. 15... It looks like I was reasonably accurate with the TV. Or no, that's like literally, these are like, this is like 33 advances early. Basically. So, what, this was probably 7, and this was probably 5. What? Oh, what? Oh, Lord, that's annoying. I see, so... And then it's gonna come with none. Let's just do... Stop it! Okay, I don't know why that input's so finicky. I think it's safe to say this is what we hit. What was the TV... What was the intentional TV plan? How far up down does it make the TV go, Lincoln, by default? Looks like by 10. I guess we'll go this. Just do it. We'll just do a range like that. Alright. And then it's probably good. Whew. Alright, we finally... have a concept. I heard lard is healthier than... Oh my gosh. Oil, because it depends on the oil. I don't know that the... I'm pretty sure a lot of the information about seed oils is like propaganda. I know a lot of people are like very anti-seed oil, but I'm pretty sure that stuff is like kind of just made up. Oil in general is not going to be healthy for you because it's just a bunch of fat. Like you gain weight for fat. One of the main things to think about is that oil doesn't taste very good, but it's kind of not supposed to. Or it doesn't taste like anything, basically. I will say... What I'm realizing here is... maybe that is enough to get it. We're getting there. I don't think I'm gonna find something right away, but maybe I will. It's the Oxes again. Okay. I hit the seed. It's adding to my calibration, which doesn't seem right. Because I'm not taking into account Lugia's delay, and I'm delayed by a lot. Lugia seems to have like a 150 delay. It thinks that I was early. Will another Lugia pop up if I increase this to like 4,000? There are other Lugias. This actually makes a little bit more sense to me. It's the same goddamn Lugia. I actually think it's this one. We're gonna switch it. To me, this makes more sense, but maybe I'm stupid. Fire and Leaf Green and Emerald. Well, technically in Emerald you always have more control over what you're going for, because you don't have to do two things consecutively. Is what I would say. Emerald and Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's gonna vary by language, by version, etc. So let's see, what do we get? And it's just easier is also one of the big things about Fire Red. Or, Emerald. Was on seed. I wish I could tell how early I was. 2, 6, 7. Okay, I was 1 advance late. 1 TV early. Okay, so I'm really close now, actually. We're getting dialed in. So there's 2 things need to happen here. Alright, we're really close already. 2 things need to happen. Bingo board needs to get set up now. button L. And then we're going for this one, right? What? Why are the results different? They're not different, I'm stupid. I go to calibration. What did I do? 5 seeds. No, that's too many. Do 3 seeds up and down. Then we do. This is our. No, it's total. This is our target advances. So we'll go down. 7, 5. We'll do bingo. Why is it Bulbasaur? Bingo. Reset. It's too many seeds, I think. So many seeds, bro. What? That's fine. Too many advances as well, apparently. Wait, is this shiny with the TID SID that I set? Give me a moment. We're almost done setting up, finally. Somehow everything went insane. I assume this wouldn't have been shiny, but... Oh no, because it's the same Lugia, just on a different seed, right? So I don't even need to change my trainer ID, secret ID. The advances is just way too... Alright, there we go. So we hit nothing because we don't have TV calibrated. Alright, this was 1 seed. This is 1 advance, 1 TV. We don't have that calibrated. Doesn't exist in bingo. Oh Lord. Boy, howdy am I stressed. I feel a big gulp in my neck. You feel that when you're anxious? All right. What's up, Mr. Leaky? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, I don't know how you would even do it. I feel like Jeff has done it before, but it's like a little bit annoying. It's like a little bit much. So we've got the bingo board set up here. It'll be fun. If you're having a good time, everybody, please consider hitting the like button on the stream. It's a free way to help me out. And let YouTube know that I'm doing a good job and you enjoy the casual environment I have in these types of streams. I'll be streaming a ton next week as well. I don't know what was going... Lincoln, what do you think was going on with the first seed? Do you think there was like there's incorrect data in there or something? Something was wrong about that. We were 1 seed late. 2 advances early, 2 TVs early. Do not play with that, Semolina. No. She's like down here. No, Semolina, no. You can sit there and rest. Stop. Go. Come on out. You got it. You got to scooch. You are in a horribly inconvenient spot behind my monitor there. Alright, what do we got? 247. Oh, 70, 247. Jolly. We were 2 seeds late. Wrong TV. 2 seeds late, 1 TV early, 3 advances early. Alright, we're getting close. We're like dancing around it. I'm like, I should swap these. There we go. I'm so Pavlov by the timer beeps. I also chain fish. That's so funny. You just hear my beeps. And you just reel in early. Now that I'm actually using it, this is a pretty decent way to do TGTV. These being here is like very good. Like just telling you exactly. And not having to interact with another timer conversion tool is a lot better this way. I seem to be getting accurate results as well. Things seem to be working. If y'all are having a good time, we're at 113 viewers, but only 51 likes. You want to consider becoming oh, it's Jartza, welcome to Chansey. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. Everybody show some Blisy love to Jartza. Yeah, you could become a channel member for as low as $1.99 a month. It is the cheapest level I have is 1/3 the price of a Twitch sub. Jartza chose to become Chansey member, which is the price of an old Twitch sub at $4.99, I think. You get access to my videos early, you get access to behind-the-scenes content, and more. I just showed off earlier in the stream my Emerald upgrade patch that I'm working on. Oh, it's gonna rain heavily here. I have a severe thunderstorm warning at 1:30. Okay. Alright, sorry. So it looks like we were... Lincoln, you know what would be a cool quality of life feature? Because right now, here's what I'm doing. I'm looking in Eon Timer to see how... I like seeing how early late I am. I like it that your tool says plus 33 milliseconds. Is there any way you could have it do +1, like, advance plus... Or, like, you know, you could do +1A or +1F, -1F through TGTV and even the regular mode? I do think it's fun telling you that how early or late you are. Here it looks like I was 1 TV early, 1 advance late on target. Next time I hit my seed, I'll do an actual calibration. Haven't done any bingo yet. We haven't bingoed anything yet. I was on this seed, 1 TV, 1 advance. Right, because you're not inputting. Yeah. You're doing a range rather than... I don't know if a range is better than the plus-minus thing. I think range might be better than plus-minus. Because Jeff told me that a lot of people got very confused by the plus-minus box in, I like the plus-minus box, personally, because it is only one number to worry about. But Jeff said there's a lot of confusion about it. But yeah, if you want to become a channel member, it's only $1.99 a month. And if you wanted to donate towards my Switch 2, we're about halfway there. I'm trying to get a Switch 2 so that I can play the upgraded version of Scarlet and Violet. And I'm going to build whoever's team I make it for the World Championship twice. Once on a regular Switch and once on a Switch 2 to compare, to see how much of an improvement the Switch 2 makes for team building. And to see if that's another type of pay to win for Game Freak. And if you don't want to give me any money, that's totally fine. You can just hit the like button if you like my content. Okay. We have once... Oh, I think we bingoed. We hit our TGTV. We were 2 advances... We were 1 advance early, but 2 seeds late. So this is my target. This is a mild. No. It says I hit my TV. D522. Oh, this is 3 seeds. Here it is. This is what we hit. I think I'm gonna adjust it by 1 seed. Like I'm skewing a little bit late. I'm gonna go like that. We have been 1 bingo. Switch 2, yeah. I don't know why my freaking Nightbot's not working, man. Here's the link for it. I'm so annoyed. I'm gonna have Nightbot leave and come back. Maybe it'll boot it online. I didn't do quarter seed, I did 16 milliseconds. It's because I'm using L button press, which I don't often do. Trying to get manipped out of your mind. Interesting. What? My YouTube profile? It's just a zoomed in face of Blisy's 3D model from, like, Pokemon X and Y. I don't even think it's from the Switch games. It's from the 3DS era games. Well, let's see if we can find... Do we have a bingo again? $235, $145, $227, $140, $229. We hit a bingo. We hit exactly 1 seed late on target. That's definitely what we hit. Look at that, because it just says the stats there. We can input them anyway, but... Yep, 17 milliseconds late on everything on perfect. I'll go again, because 17 milliseconds is just 1 frame. You're getting W124. Yeah, maybe you do, maybe you can have a method selector box on bingo. Like when you click bingo generate. When you click bingo generate, it generates all 3 methods or all possible methods. And then you can swap between them. I don't know. It'd still be less useful, so it doesn't matter. Or you could just have it print all three. I still don't know how useful that would be, but yeah. Like, you could have it just show W1, W2, W4. Again, I don't know how useful that'd be, but just ideas for... You mean like up here, you enter the stats in, and then it'll zoom you to the guy? The bingo feature's in beta right now, but you could access it publicly. It's on the website. I think I was off on the TV. You have to like add a string to the URL. Well, it got really dark out. It's 204.104. There's one seed late. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna adjust our seed again somehow. We're getting, like, target sniped by the world's smallest thunderstorm. It's kind of crazy. Bought a lottery ticket with Eon Timer. Nice. Don't ever tell anybody, because then we'll get outed. We're locking in. We're locking in. Very nice Ramses. Congratulations, dude. I love that my Gen 5 tutorials are still being, to this day, used, because Admiral Fish won't frickin' finish Gen 5, the stinkalord. We're on seed. One advance early. It's like 2 TVs early, 3 TVs? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna adjust it quite yet. Oh. Yeah, Lincoln's online tool is very complete right now. You can do everything. You can do everything for the tutorials in it with the exception of TID right now. And even then, Lincoln has an online TID generator that'll work, that I'll probably use for the updated. That was a big thunder. I might lose power. If stream cuts out without me saying anything, I lost power. I'm actually going to quickly really bump the AC up in case I lose it. I want it to be very cold in here. You want to make a bingo hypercube? You make a bingo cube first. I feel like I recognize this one. It's 1 frame early, 1 seed late. So... this one, right? Alright, we're bingoing. Gosh. Will there ever be Gen 2 RNG manips? There is, outside of Starter, probably not. Starter and TID. But maybe. Does dead L button affect RNG? I'm struggling to RNG for a Bulbasaur. A dead L button will only affect the RNG if you are on a seed where you have to push L. Like, I'm doing an L button RNG right now where I'm hitting the L button. My seed felt good. I think the bingo board is best for regular static RNG where you're not using TGTV. But it's pretty good for TGTV because every time you're locked in on your TV, you're going to get a bingo probably. I like that you added a counting feature. You could show how many there are. I don't know. There's a chance Bank doesn't shut down like ever, but I'm not really sure how long it'll be available for. All right. I kind of need a snack. I'll be right back. See, that's what I'm thinking, Prime. What I think needs to happen, there's two problems with the permanence of bank. I hate this. It's just a dinner roll. Okay, so basically, with Pokemon Bank and Home, I thought it was really stupid and short-sighted to tie transferring specifically in to Bank, because it's a paid feature that's always online that will shut down one day. We all knew this would happen. However, no game since Gen 7 has had all the Pokemon in it. Right? So that means Bank has to be the transfer method, because you can't send, like before it used to be in the game. Your game would have all the Pokemon in it, right? And so you could transfer anybody in. But because the games don't have all the Pokemon, the transfer mechanism has to be tied to a specific app. I hit this one again. I think the best we can hope for is that Pokemon Home gets something that can cause, because Gen 5 did transfer with DS download play, and to me there's got to be potential there. Maybe you make Pokemon Home have a feature that sends a DS download play app to the 3DS and to the DS, so it can get Pokemon directly out of Gen 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 and 2. Right? I think that's what you have to hope for. You have to hope that they'll do what a Gen 5 did, and Pokemon Home will send that DS download play app. And then hopefully that DS download play app is like a permanent thing that's easy to, like, the real problem here is that because the game can't have all the Pokemon, and the hardware will continue to switch, you can't... What we really need is a game that has all the Pokemon in it, that also has an app that can do DS download play, and that'll give us a permanent line again, right? Because right now, even if Pokemon Home... has that app that does DS download play, Pokemon Home won't have all the fucking Pokemon in it, man. The problem is PKSM will not be able to Pokemon Home has a very tight lockdown on legality. So you're never going to be able to get Pokemon out of Champions already said it won't have all the Pokemon. Champions also said it's one-way transfers. I'm thinking transfers into... No, I'm not. Guys, I'm not describing that. And the reason I'm not describing that is because you still need... Home doesn't take Pokemon out of Gen 7. It takes Pokemon out of Pokemon Bank. So when Bank goes down, PKSM doesn't help you. PKSM is cool and a really good management tool, but once Bank goes down, PKSM can't help you. Because Pokemon Home has a very strong legality checks. Like, I could do PK Hex. I could PK Hex a Pokemon into Gen 9, right? But if that Pokemon doesn't have a home marker and it's not catchable in Gen 9, and it doesn't have a home tracker, then you can't send it into home, and so the transfers are still bunk, right? So we need an official transfer method that can get... We need a transfer method that can get Pokemon out of Gens 4, 5, 6, 7, Virtual Console 1 and 2 legally without too much of an issue. Like, and my point is, there's always going to be a problem for this. My point is, there's always going to be a problem for this because since no game can have all the Pokemon, the transfer method is always going to have to be tied to the always online software. I think this is a bad TV. So I think PKSM is really cool, but it doesn't solve the problem, which is the eventual permanent disconnect of Gens 1 through 7 and Gens 8 plus. And Gen 8 plus will also get a permanent disconnect eventually whenever home goes down. Yo, Rooptat, thank you for the $5. Appreciate you. Came across your vids but couldn't help but sub. I'm a long-time genner, but your vids helped me get into RNG manip, so I don't gen anymore. Nice. That's why I got into it too, because I used to place, I never played VGC, so I never really genned in official tournaments in terms of back when I started playing competitive Pokemon. I played a lot of Smogon Wi-Fi Battle back in high school and college. And I used to gen my Pokemon in for Smogon teams, but I realized that wasn't as fun as breeding teams, so I would prefer to... Back then, I would have preferred to be at a disadvantage to get a perfect competitive Pokemon. And RNG manipulation let me have both, basically. It still feels like I'm breeding. It still feels like I'm, you know, doing all the work of a normal game acquisition. But now I can get a perfect Pokemon too. For me, it's just more fun to get Pokemon in the game by playing it while playing it, you know? For me, that's just more fun. A lot of people will tell me, oh, the way I'm doing it isn't playing the game, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. To me, I think this is just this is still playing the game. Is it different than the way I did it when I was growing up? Yeah, but so is competitive Pokemon, right? Competitive Pokemon is very different from battling your friend in the link cable as a kid, but that doesn't mean it's still not giving you a similar or the same feeling as it did back then. Just now it's easier to do it as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is giving me the feeling that the enjoyment that breeding did, or catching, you know, like soft resetting did for good IVs, but instead, it's, you know, more, it's geared towards a skill that you have to learn, and it's more friendly for an adult, I would say. I was thinking about doing a new Gen 4 starter video. Because thanks to Pokefinder adding the natures and not natures, the characteristics, finding where you landed is a lot, finding your delay is a lot easier. I'll have to do a test. Mild. I was on seed 1 frame early, right? This is what we hit. Or 1 frame, on frame 1 seed early. RNG Manip killed shiny hunting for you? Well, I was never in it for the shinies. I'll come out and say it. I was always in it for the competitive Pokemon. That's why I started. That's why I did it. Switch 2. The command is broken because Nightbot. But basically, I'm trying to get money for Switch 2. We have $230 of $450. From the Tippy link. What I want to do is as you know, I always make World Championship teams. And I want to build the team twice for the Pokemon World Championships to compare speeds of Switch 1 and Switch 2. If you want to start with RNG Manips, which game should you start with? I would say you could just start with your favorite. That being said, if you're in it, and it depends partially on what you're in it for. If you're really in it for shinies, you like shinies, you want to just get a bunch of them, I think the best introductory game is probably Ruby and Sapphire with the Dead Internal Battery. If you're more into it for the competitive play, you want to get good competitive guys for the Battle Frontier, the facilities, or to trade them all the way up, I would say Gen 4 is probably the easiest right now because Pokefinder is not updated. If you want to do a mix of both, Gen 5 is pretty good too. But I think you could start with your favorite. There are a few I would lean against starting with if they are your favorite. Gen 6 is much more accessible than it used to be. However, it still kind of requires you to have a good computer. The seed finding process can take some time. My mic feels really thumpy today. Is it every time I speak, or is it I hit my desk? Let me listen. Hello. What's going on? I'm listening to myself. What's going on? I'm listening to myself. I don't know, it seems okay. Oh my lord. Oh god, my mic just fell. The item printer is very easy, but it's not getting Pokemon, right? By the way, gamers, if you want to have if you're enjoying the stream, you're having a good time, we have 130 viewers, but only 67 likes. If you're having a good time, please hit the like button. It's free. You have a modded 3DS, Gen 5 through 7 will be easy as fuck. Well, I don't do modded RNG manips. To me, modding the game to do RNG manips, or modding the system to do RNG manips, defeats the point. The item printer is honestly faster than the dupe glitch. The downside of the printer is you need to farm parts occasionally, but I don't know. I still think it might be faster. Blacks. Okay, we're gonna calibrate on the next one. Yeah, I would consider that hacking. If you want to do RNG manips on a 3DS, it's just worse. Yeah, I used Ace to get to Naval Rock, John. I already made one, Derek Green. There's literally nothing updated because Pokefinder is not done yet. With the Versus Seeker? What are you talking about with the Versus Seeker? Oh, execute Ace. Yeah, the Versus Seeker will work to get a double battle, yeah. I've just never used Select to do it, Electric. I don't know. I think there's the only benefit I would say to you not using Select is that when you back out of the TV from the Select menu, you go directly into the overworld. And so if you're trying to freeze NPCs, you'd have to pause this anyway. But I don't really think it matters that much. Careful. Okay, we'll calibrate next one, because I felt like that was just a bad attempt. No, I'm not saying... I have a problem with acquiring the games digitally. I'm saying that using a modded 3DS to alter or read invisible aspects of the game is hacking. Like, if I was playing on 3DS and I used a mod to just display my seed and freeze the RNG like PokeReader, then why am I doing it, right? I'm not saying don't use a digital copy, but I would say that you, like, modding the 3DS, using a 3DS mod to change the date and time for Gen 5 RNG, I would never make a tutorial using that, because I think that's hacking. Like, I would not do that. Well, that's mostly what Zach does videos and projects on. Plus, remember, no, yeah, that's what I agree pretty much. Like, it just sucks that it's just worse on the 3DS, but it is what it is. I hit this one before, haven't I? Well, I've only seen this one before. Yep, I'm 2 frames early. Yeah, I know, I'm saying that's hacking. I'm saying I would never make a tutorial using that app or use it myself for casual purposes. I'm just saying RNG is just supposed to be worse on the 3DS because Nintendo is stupid. That's just what it is. I will literally never make a tutorial that requires you or encourages you to use a custom firmware. The whole point is to be able to do manips on a vanilla system. That's the whole point for me. Well, I have a modded 3DS. Not having a modded 3DS is just silly. It's good for the longevity of the system. It's good for quality of life features. It's good for many things. I think it would just be silly to not have a modded 3DS. I'm just saying I don't use my modded 3DS to, like, modify the way the RNG process is done. It's moving that way, Speed Bump. This tool that I've been using right now has been mobile friendly the whole time. This entire tool is just a website. Did I just say the same exact thing? Oh. Oh, again. I agree it'd be very cool, Prime, but that's the path we walk, unfortunately. I mean, really, until Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon games only got more stable as time went on, when you really think about it, right? Modest. Alright, let's look. I don't want to look. No, I've not played it. I only ever played the first Pokemon Rumble. Yeah, it looks okay, Reality Gamer. To me, the mechanics look a bit clunky. It doesn't look as fluid as Legends Arceus did in terms of catching and stuff like that. I'll have to give it a shot. I wasn't confident Legends Arceus would be very good either, but Legends Arceus killed it. Legends Arceus was an excellent game. So we'll see. Showdown using home sprites for Gen 8 Plus is throwing me off. I don't know why they haven't implemented the 3D models, but maybe it's just too hard for them. I don't know. PLA is the best game they've made since the DS era, I would say. It's one of the best games they ever made, Legends Arceus. I mean, clearly there was some amount of inspiration from Breath of the Wild. I mean, I don't care about it only being set in a city. That doesn't matter to me. Some of my favorite games only, like, Jak 2 only takes place in Haven City. I actually think PLA not being open world was to its benefit. For me, like, in, Scarlet and Violet, the environments all blended together really hardcore. Like, they were all very muddled. It felt like every area was kind of the same. It didn't really feel like there was very many distinct locations. Legends Arceus, you know, each area is very distinct. I don't know, I feel like I can hold the stuff in Legends Arceus in my mind much better than I can the other games. Okay. I was like off on the TV for sure. I'm 2 seeds early. Skewing early. I didn't have a lot of fun in Scarlet and Violet. I didn't hate it. It was like okay. Because I need to calculate its stats to find where I landed. Right? RNG manipping isn't shiny hunting where I'm just going for a shiny at random. I'm doing something precise. And my time, I'm not a robot, my timing's not going to be the same every time. So I have to use what Lugia I caught to inform of how early or late I'm skewing on my target and what I'm doing wrong. Sometimes I'll do a couple of attempts in a row without catching the Lugia, because I think that I've dialed in a pretty decent calibration, and I'm only 1 or 2 advances off my target. But if I miss my target like 3 or 4 times doing that, then I'm not as dialed as I thought I would, as I am, and I should examine it further. This one, isn't it? We were close. It was 1 seed early, 1 advance late. We'd be dancing around this Lugia. I think I'm skewing early on the TV presses. Part of Lugia is transparent. Part of Lugia's neck is transparent. I'm gonna have to try and find it the next time we do an attempt. It's modest. I don't know this one. I mean, it didn't even work with Jubilife, right? They made Jubilife a village, not a city. They wanted it to be smaller, not bigger. Favorite legendary? Let's see. Let's see, who are all the legendaries? Off the bat, I'm gonna say Zapdos or Suicune. We'll see how this goes. I like Latias too. I'm gonna go with Suicune. Oh yeah, so this part of its neck is like transparent. Watch, when this thing comes out. Do you see like a spot was like there? And you can see that it's the color of the background when it's moving. Wait. I'm just gonna boot up again. Watch. Watch Lugia's neck. The color is like wrong. Right underneath the neck. You see that? You see that spot? And then it's gone. And then it's gonna... You can see it goes in front of it there with the flat. It's very weird. It's hard to see, but it's there. I'm telling you. It's not a big amount. It's not huge. Probably early on the seed. $249. It's probably gonna be my last attempt. Seems like the count's there. Alright. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you to everyone who donated and membered and stuff today. We're well on our way to getting a Switch 2. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you around. I'll be back on Tuesday with another stream.